Imagine waking up every day dreading what's to come. The alarm clock buzzes, jolting you from your peaceful slumber. The sheets are warm, inviting, and you long to stay cocooned in them, hidden from the world. But the relentless ticking of the clock reminds you that you cannot. You drag yourself out of bed, the cold floor stinging your bare paws. The aroma of honey fills the air, but you can barely taste it as you gobble down your breakfast. You don't have the luxury of a leisurely meal. The morning is a race against time, and you're always on the losing end. And then comes the long walk to school, a journey that feels like it's uphill both ways. You trudge along, your heavy backpack weighing you down, almost as much as the feeling of dread that settled in your heart. The chirping birds and the bright morning sun do little to lift your spirits. The school bell rings, loud and harsh, a stark contrast to the gentle rustling of the leaves outside. You step into the world of long, monotonous classes and strict teachers who seem to have forgotten what it's like to be young, to want to explore and play and laugh. The day drags on, 1 hour bleeding into the next. The ticking clock on the wall seems to be mocking you, moving at a snail's pace when you want it to race, and speeding up when you crave just a few moments of respite. The drone of lectures, the scratch of pencils on paper, the hushed whispers of classmates, they all blend into a cacophony that grates on your nerves. Each day brings the same routine, the same feeling of exhaustion and frustration, the same longing for freedom. And when the final bell rings, it's not a signal of relief, but a reminder that you'll have to do it all over again tomorrow. You trudge back home, drained and weary, carrying not just your heavy backpack, but the weight of the day on your shoulders. And that's just a typical day for me, an unhappy bear. Let me tell you, school is not my favorite place. It's a battlefield of fractions and equations, a labyrinth of historical dates and scientific principles. And oh boy, the struggle is real. Imagine trying to focus in class when all you can think about is the soft, cozy den waiting for you at home, or when the teacher's words sound like a foreign language, leaving you lost and confused. Let's paint a picture. You're sitting in the classroom, surrounded by the hum of fluorescent lights and the drone of the teacher's voice. The words are there, but they don't make sense. You're trying to keep up, but it's like everyone else is on a high-speed train, while you're stuck on a bicycle, pedaling as fast as you can, but still falling behind. It's like being in a race where everyone else has a head start, and you're left in the dust wondering how you'll ever catch up. And then there's the pressure. Oh, the pressure. It's like a heavy backpack filled with expectations and responsibilities weighing you down. Everyone's watching, waiting to see if you'll trip or stumble. And the fear of failure? It's a monstrous shadow, looming over you, ready to pounce at the slightest slip-up. It's like standing on a tightrope with no safety net, where one wrong step could send you tumbling down. But the worst part? It's the feeling that this struggle, this constant battle with school, is never-ending. It's like climbing a mountain that keeps growing taller, or swimming against a current that keeps getting stronger. It's a marathon with no finish line in sight. But don't get me wrong, it's not all doom and gloom. There are moments of triumph, too, like when you finally understand a concept that's been eluding you, or when you ace a test you've been dreading. Those moments are sweet, but they're often overshadowed by the struggle. It's a constant struggle, and it feels like it's never going to end. It's not just the academics, it's the social aspect too. Imagine being in a place where you constantly feel the need to fit in. That's what our bear friend experiences every day at school. The idea of conforming to a certain image, of having to act a certain way just to be accepted, can be incredibly daunting. It feels like stepping into a costume that doesn't quite fit, and then being judged for not wearing it correctly. Picture this. You're a bear in a world of foxes and rabbits. You're different, and sometimes that's all people see. You're not like them, you don't move like them, you don't sound like them, and because of these differences, you feel the sting of isolation. The laughter, the whispers, the pointed fingers, they're all daggers to your self-esteem. But it's not just about fitting in, it's about the fear of being judged. The fear that every move you make, every word you utter, is under scrutiny. It's like walking on a tightrope with the constant fear of falling, and when you do fall, it feels like the whole world is watching. Then there's the loneliness. It's the kind that sinks deep into your bones, chilling you from the inside out. It's the realization that you're the only bear in a school full of foxes and rabbits. It's the empty space next to you at lunch, the silence that greets you when you walk into a room. And let's not forget about the bullying. It's the cruel jokes, the relentless teasing, the physical torment. It's a constant reminder of your differences, a daily battle that leaves scars on your self-esteem. It's a jungle out there, and our bear friend feels like he's always on the losing end. School is not just about books and grades, it's about navigating the complex world of social interactions. And for our bear, it's a journey that's fraught with challenges. But remember, it's a jungle out there, and I feel like I'm always on the losing end. On top of all that, I feel like I'm alone in this. It's a tough spot to be in, isn't it? You're navigating through the trials and tribulations of school, and it seems as if you're the only one on this journey. It feels as though the people who should be your cheerleaders are missing from the sidelines, and sometimes it feels like you're just shouting into the void. Teachers, parents, they're supposed to be there to guide us, to help us understand the world and our place in it. But sometimes it feels like they just don't get it. They don't understand the pressure, the confusion, the frustration. It's like we're speaking different languages, and there's no translator in sight. Countless times I've wished for someone to talk to, someone who understands, who's been there. Not to give me answers, but just to listen, to validate my feelings, to remind me that I'm not alone. Because that's the thing about struggles. They're always easier to bear when you've got someone by your side. That's why it's so important to have a support system. It's not about having people who will solve your problems for you, but rather, it's about having people who will stand by you as you face those problems. It's about having someone who'll lend you their shoulder when you need to cry, their ear when you need to vent, and their hand when you need to get back up. A teacher who takes the time to understand, a parent who listens without judgment, a friend who stands by you through thick and thin. These are the pillars of a support system. They're the ones who help you keep going, even when the going gets tough. And trust me, it's not always easy to find these people. Sometimes they're right under our noses and we just need to reach out. Other times we have to search a bit harder. But the effort is worth it, because a strong support system is like a safety net. It catches you when you fall and helps you get back on your feet. It's hard to fight when you feel like you're fighting alone. But remember, you're never really alone. There are people out there who care, who understand, and who are ready to stand by you. All you have to do is reach out. But I have a dream of happiness. These are words from a bear who yearns for more than just the routine of school. Imagine a world where the bear wakes up each morning not with a sense of dread, but with a sense of excitement. A world where he looks forward to school because it's a place where he feels welcomed, involved, and valued. This is the bear's dream, to enjoy school, to relish in the process of learning, and to foster friendships that last a lifetime. In this dream, the bear isn't just surviving, he is thriving. He wants to grasp the essence of the lessons taught, not just memorize them for the sake of passing a test. He dreams of understanding the whys and hows, the cause and effect, the beautiful intricacies of knowledge that school provides. And it's not just about understanding. This bear dreams of excelling, of achieving good grades that reflect his hard work and dedication. He dreams of the sense of accomplishment that comes from knowing he's given his best, from knowing he's overcome challenges and reached new heights. But beyond academics, the bear dreams of a school life that's fun. He dreams of laughter filling the hallways, of friendships formed over shared experiences, of the joy that comes from being part of a community. He dreams of school not as a place of stress and pressure, but as a place of growth and joy. This is the bear's dream of happiness, a dream where he's not just an unhappy bear going to school, but a bear who loves learning, who enjoys the company of his friends, who takes pride in his achievements, and who looks forward to each new day with anticipation and joy. Ultimately, the bear's dream is a testament to his resilience and optimism. Despite the struggles he faces, he holds on to the hope that things can change, that he can change. And that's the beauty of it. The bear isn't just dreaming of a better tomorrow, he's dreaming of a better self. I dream of a day when I can call myself a happy bear. And with that dream firmly in his heart, he continues his journey, hopeful and determined. I believe that change is possible. This isn't just a story about an unhappy bear who doesn't like school. It's a story about all of us, about the challenges we face, the pressures we feel, and the dreams we hold dear. It's about the moment we realize that we're not alone in our struggles, and that it's okay to reach out, to seek help and support. This bear, whose story we've shared with you today, is a symbol for all those who feel lost, unappreciated, and unheard. But what's important to remember is that, like this bear, we each have the power to change our story. Now it's your turn. Share your stories, your thoughts, your feelings. The comment section is open for you to pour out your heart. Let's create a space of understanding, empathy, and support, because no one should feel alone in their struggles. Remember, it's not about pointing fingers or placing blame, it's about understanding. Understanding that everyone has their own battles to fight, their own mountains to climb. And sometimes all we need to make that climb a little easier is a bit of understanding, a bit of empathy. And this is where you come in. Your words, your stories, your thoughts, they matter. They can make a difference. They can bring about change. They can turn an unhappy bear into a happy one. So let's start a conversation. A conversation about change, about understanding, about empathy. Let's talk about our struggles, our dreams, our hopes. Let's talk about how we can support each other, how we can help each other grow, how we can make this world a better place, one bear at a time. Because you see, change is possible. But it doesn't happen in isolation. It happens when we come together, when we share our stories, when we listen to each other, when we understand each other. Together we can make a difference. Together we can turn this unhappy bear into a happy one. Before we part ways, I want to leave you with this. My journey has not been an easy one. There were days when the school seemed like a mountain I could never climb. But I learned that it's okay to be unhappy sometimes, and it's okay to not like something that everyone else seems to enjoy. I dream of a future where I can pursue my own happiness, where I can find joy in my own unique way. I hope that one day every bear, every child will have the chance to do the same. Your support has been a beacon of hope for me, a ray of light in the darkest of times. It's given me the courage to share my story, to voice my struggles and my dreams. Remember, every bear has a story, and every story matters. Thank you for listening to mine.